Welcome back to Harkia Pilates. This is a Trimester 3 mat Pilates workout. Let's start in a cross-legged position with our hands out to the side. Lift your right arm up and over your body, stretching through your right side waist. Taking a nice deep breath in here, lifting up and switching to the other side. Switching sides, letting your belly relax. One more time. Come up to neutral. Bring your arms into a W shape. Face your palms down. Start to press your hands away and then row your arms back in, bending at the elbows. Trying to keep the rest of your body still. Let's start to add in a rock here, opening up through your chest as you pull your elbows back, and then arching your back to look down as you extend your arms away. Rocking back and forth here through your pelvis. Moving with your breath. Connecting to your baby. Last one. Bring your arms down, find neutral, and we'll come into a 4-point kneel position, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Start to drop your belly down and look up, and then arch your back to look down between your knees. Rocking here through your pelvis. Allowing your belly to be soft. This is a fantastic exercise for pregnancy, especially as you get closer to your labor. Find neutral. Lift your right arm up to shoulder height, release back down and switch sides. Keep a slight engagement through your core, your ribs down towards your hips to prevent rocking through the rest of your body. Pause your arms. Now extend your left leg long and then release back down, switching sides. Imagine you've got a ball on your lower back and it's staying nice and still. So we have a lift through our core and a slight lift through your pelvic floor here as well, just to prevent that rocking through your pelvis. Squeeze your glute as you lift the leg, thinking about length rather than height when you extend to hip height. If you're feeling okay in your pelvis and you're not experiencing any pelvic pain, you can start to extend your opposite arm to leg away and release down, switching sides. Keep your core stable to prevent rocking. This is a great functional core exercise during pregnancy, using our entire front chain of our body. Let's hold one side now and start to pulse in that top range of movement. Check in with your core that you haven't started rocking around. Last 5. Switching straight to the other side in 2. And 1, switching to the other side, extend your arm and leg long, pulsing here. Last 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands and your feet down. Box out your right arm underneath you, and then we'll lift our left knee off the mat and release back down. You might like to have your toes flexed here, lifting the knee up out to the side to hip height. Keep your core engaged, your ribs down towards your hips to prevent rocking through your pelvis. Squeeze your glute as you lift and lower. Last 10 seconds. And last one, bring your knee down. Come back up onto your hands. If you need less for your wrists, you can always come onto your fists. Flex the toes of your left foot, and then we'll start to lift the knee up and around, making big circles with your knee. Imagine you've got a texture on the end of your knee and you're drawing a shape out to the side of you. Keep the rest of your body still by engaging your core. If you're experiencing any pelvic pain, just reduce the range of motion, making smaller circles instead. Let's reverse the direction, going back the other way. You might be feeling this in your right glute as well, stabilizing you on the mat. Last 5. And let's release that knee down now. Bring your knees nice and wide, and we'll extend our arms long for a child's pose. Bring your chest down towards the mat. Start to crawl your fingertips over towards the right, reaching even further with your left hand, feeling a stretch through your left side waist. Take a deep breath in. Crawl your fingers back through the center and then over to the left, extending even further with your right fingertips. Take a deep breath in. And then crawl your fingertips back through the center. Come back up into a 4-point kneel. And then we'll switch to the opposite side, boxing out your left arm this time. Flex the toes of your right foot. Lift your right knee up to hip height. Release back down. Thinking about lowering with as much control as you lift. Keep your core engaged to prevent rocking. Last 10 seconds. And last one, come up onto your hands or your wrists, flex the toes, lift your knee up and circle the knee around. Check in with your core, noticing if you're rocking around through your pelvis. Let's reverse the direction. Last 5. And last one, bring your knee down. Let's turn to sit on our sit bones. Bring your arms out long. Palms are facing down. Start to circle your arms around, making small circles with the end of your fingertips. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Arms are staying long. Core is slightly lifted. Working on our shoulder endurance here. Let's start to reverse the circles, going back the other way. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, bend your elbows now. Lift your elbows up and then down, and then bring your palms to face down towards the mat. Lift up and then up towards the ceiling. So a little combo there, rotating our elbows down towards the mat and then lifting up. Check in with your shoulders that they haven't crept up towards your ears. We'll hold up for a pulse in 10. Let's hold our arms up now, pulsing up and down in that top range of movement. Melt your shoulder blades down your back. Last 5, 2, and 1. Release your hands down, roll your shoulders back, enjoying that rest. Coming up to standing now. Bring your feet hip distance apart, hands are on your hips. Start to lift one of your hips up and bend your opposite knee, and then switch to the other side. So it's a lift with the hip and a lower with your opposite hip. Keep a slight engagement through your core. It's a very subtle exercise, but we should start to feel this through your belly. This is a great exercise as you get closer to your labor to start to make room in your pelvis for your baby. Notice if you're holding tension through the rest of your body. Last 3. And last 1. I'm going to turn to the side. You might also like to have a chair here for support. Bring your feet hip distance apart and we'll start to lift up onto our toes for a calf raise and then lower down. Lift your heels away from the mat, lower them down slowly with control. It might help to focus on one spot on the floor in front of you. It's so important to keep your legs strong during pregnancy, especially if you're hoping to have an active labor. Last 5. And last 1. Releasing down. Bring your hands down next to your body. Start to hinge forward at the hips, almost like we're sitting back into a chair. Keep your core engaged and then lift back up, squeeze your glutes. Down, hinge forward, lift back up and squeeze. Keep a slight lift through your pelvic floor muscles and your core. This is a great functional exercise for everyday life. Thinking about when we're going to be picking up our baby off the floor or picking up anything off the floor, really. Stay down in your half squat now. Keep your hands on your hips. We'll lower down and lift back up. Keep a slight bend in your knees throughout this exercise. Squatting up and down in our hip hinge. Let's add in a pelvic floor lift. When you lift up out of your squat, lift through your pelvic floor muscles and then release the pelvic floor. Last 10 seconds and then we'll hold down for a pulse. Hold down, let's pulse up and down in this end range of movement. Can you get any lower? Let's hold a pelvic floor lift for this last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting back up. Really think about that release through your pelvic floor. Come forward at the hips again. Have your arms out long in front of you and then make a W shape with your arms, bending at the elbows. Release your arms down, elbows together, and then lift up. So we're doing a reverse fly, opening out through your elbows. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. If you have a pair of dumbbells, you're more than welcome to add them on here. So important to keep strengthening our back muscles during pregnancy. Last 10 seconds, keep your neck long. Last 3, 2, and last 1. Release your arms down, standing up. Bring your feet nice and wide, toes turned out slightly, and then sink yourself down into your heels for a deep squat. An alternative for this stretch is a butterfly stretch on the floor with your feet out in front of you, soles of the feet together. Let's extend our left arm long, right arm up into the sky, looking up towards your right fingertips. And then switching sides. Coming back through the center. Let's take a deep breath in together. And then on your exhale, really think about that release through your pelvic floor muscles. Coming now onto your right side, lying down with your arm long underneath your head. Stack your knees, stack your hips. Push your top hip away from you slightly so you make a little gap underneath your right side waist. Glue your feet together and then lift your knee up to hip height and release back down. Think about squeezing through your left glute as you lift and lower. Bring your knees together now. Lift your toes up and keep lifting your knee open and close. Imagine you're up against a wall here and we're not rocking back through our hips or shoulders. Last 5. 2. And last 1, releasing down. Lift your top knee and foot away from the bottom leg. Start to rotate your hip internally and tap your knee, and then tap your toes. Hopefully feeling this in your top glute. This is our last 5. And last 1, release the knee and foot down. Coming up to a sitting position now. Bring your hands behind your head. Elbows are out wide. Start to extend your hands back, opening out through your chest, and then look down, arching the back. Rocking back and forth here through your pelvis, finding this lovely opening for your chest. Last few breaths. Finding center, release your hands down. Lie down onto your left side with your left arm long underneath you, stacking your shoulders, hips and knees. Push your top hip away from you, creating a little space underneath your left side waist. Glue your feet together. Lift your top knee up, release down. Imagine you're up against that wall, making sure you're not rolling back through your hips and shoulders. Last 10 seconds. Bring your knee down, glue your feet together and lift them up a little higher than hip height. Keep opening and closing through your knee. Check in that we're not rocking back and that you've still got that little gap underneath your side waist. Releasing down in 5, 2, and 1. Bring your knees and your feet down. Lift the top knee and foot away. Internally rotate your hip to tap your knee and then tap your toe. Keep a slight lift through your core. Check in with that little gap in your lower waist. We're here for another 15 seconds. Releasing down in 5, 2, and 1. Bring the knee and the feet down. Turn over now into a 4-point kneel position. Bring your fingertips a little further out in front of you, tuck your toes and lift your hips up for a downward facing dog. You can keep your feet nice and wide to make room for your belly. You might like to pedal out your feet here, drawing your chest down towards the floor and shining your sit bones up to the ceiling. Start to bring your weight over your hands now and lower your knees down towards the mat slowly. Lift back up into your downward facing dog. When you lower your knees down, think about wrapping around your baby with your abdominals. And lift back up. Keep flowing here. Lowering down with control. If this is feeling too strong for you, you can always come down into cat and cows or stay up in your downward facing dog. Last 2. Last 1. Lowering down. Bring your glutes down onto your heels, sitting back, extend your fingertips long, bring your chest down towards the mat. And make sure your knees are nice and wide to make room for your belly, enjoying this stretch through your lower back. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, think about softening through your pelvic floor muscles. Crawl your fingertips closer to your body. Lift your right arm up and back, looking behind you, reaching long with your fingertips. Keep your hips facing forward, opening out through your chest. Take a deep breath in and exhale, bring your hand back through the center, switching sides. Lift your left arm up and back. Eye gaze follows your fingertips. Relax your belly down. Deep breath in. Bring your hands back through the center. Come up to sitting. Crossing your legs. You might like to bring your hands onto your belly or onto your ribs for our last breath together. Close down your eyes or soften your gaze. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, sending all that love and energy down to your baby. Opening up your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please like and subscribe if you'd like more pregnancy and postpartum exercises. Thank you.